Hey folks, I'm Anand and welcome to MaverickEduCor, your go-to destination for all PTE needs. We at MaverickEduCor always strive to impart the best strategies and meaningful insights to score your 79 plus in your exam. For paid assistance, don't forget to contact us on the WhatsApp number or on the email ID mentioned below. In today's class, let's see the very first question of your entire PTE exam, which is nothing but read aloud. Read aloud is the first question of your speaking module 2. On the other hand, it comes soon after your personal introduction. Personal introduction is not scored at all. First and foremost, let's understand what needs to be done at a basic level for read aloud question. PTE says that you need to prepare and read the text present on the screen. Meaning, they will give you a paragraph. You will have to prepare and read that paragraph, as simple as it gets. For how many questions? For about 6 to 7 questions, and there is duration also involved in it. What is the duration that is given to you for preparation time? Which is about 30 to 40 seconds. And then obviously PTE will record your answer as well, meaning they will give you about 0 to 40 seconds of recording time. Moving ahead, let's understand read aloud with a representational image. As you can clearly see that PTE has given you a paragraph to prepare and read this paragraph. Here, you can see over here, the preparation time is going on, which is about 30 to 40 seconds. Okay. Now, once this preparation time completes, you will hear a short tone or a beep sound. PTE has clearly mentioned this in PTE website as well. Okay. Once this beep sound goes off, then it says recording. Only when it says recording, you will have to start speaking. You will get 40 seconds of recording time. Once you complete giving your response or reading this paragraph, go ahead and click next for your next question in the exam. Now let's understand the skills assessed as per PTE scoring guidelines. PTE says that we will measure your oral fluency and pronunciation for your speaking module and then content for your reading module. Now what are all these terminologies? Don't worry, I will explain you everything in detail in the coming slides. Each skill will have some marks assigned. How many marks are there? That is nothing but for oral fluency and pronunciation, you will get about 0 to 5 marks respectively, and for content, you will get 0 to 3 marks. As I told you earlier, you would get about 5 to 6 questions in your read aloud, correct? In total, how many marks would you get? That is nothing but between 20 to 23 marks, not just for your speaking, for your reading as well. Why are they giving marks for reading? It is an integrated task between speaking module and reading module. Who doesn't want to capture all of those marks, correct? Capture all of those marks. Stay tuned and we will see more details. Now that you have understood all the basic details of read aloud, let's go ahead and understand the do's. First and foremost, you need to speak clearly, naturally, and effortlessly. Where have you been doing this? While speaking in your mother tongue, correct? You will always speak clearly, naturally, and effortlessly. PTE also expects you to do in the same manner. There shouldn't be any difference while you're speaking in your mother tongue or the English language as well. So this is the primary requirement of speaking. Next thing, you need to maintain your rate of speech at a constant pace throughout your response. Okay, the speed at which you're speaking, that is what I'm talking about. If you speak very fast, PTE software will not be able to understand whatever you're speaking. Okay, hence it will start reducing marks. On the other hand, if you speak very slow, PTE software will think that this person is hesitating to speak and again it will start reducing marks. Instead, you need to speak at a moderate, pace or speed. That is one more thing. Next thing, you need to maintain your pitch at a moderate level. First and foremost, let's understand what is pitch. Pitch means the loudness or the softness of your voice or the frequency at which you are speaking. There is a wide range of frequency, but what is the ideal range? The ideal range for men is anywhere between 120 to 170 Hz, whereas for women, it is between 200 to 280 Hz. On the other hand, if you ask me what is my range, it is anywhere between 130 to 140 Hz. Okay. If you can maintain between this range, it is absolutely good for your delivery of your responses. Next thing, speaking clearly will fetch you marks for pronunciation. If you open your mouth and speak, only then PTE software would be in a position to understand whatever you're speaking. So hence, open your mouth and pronounce those words correctly. Next thing, natural pauses is the only way to control your breath. For example, while you're speaking, if you take a paragraph, I'm very sure you cannot complete that paragraph in one single breath. None of us can do it. So instead, there are full stop. There could be full stops. You can take natural pause at a full stop. Or on the other hand, can I take natural pauses anywhere in the sentence? Absolutely yes, no problem. You can take natural pauses whenever you want to. But that shouldn't be something like a very, very long pause. It will think that you are hesitating to speak, and again it will start reducing marks. So these are the do's for your read aloud question. I hope you had understood the do's, and now let's move on to the don'ts, meaning the mistakes that you should avoid doing in your exam for read aloud question. First and foremost, avoid hesitations and unnatural pauses. What do you mean by hesitations and unnatural pauses, Anand? It means that when you're giving a response or when reading a paragraph, PT will think that you are thinking and coming up with a response, right? It will lead to unnatural pauses as well, which you should completely avoid hesitating and taking unnatural pauses. Next thing is, don't vary your rate of speed or pitch too much. As I told you in the do's, if you vary your rate of speed or pitch too much, it will start impacting your fluency and PTE will start reducing marks very, very drastically, which you should avoid. Instead, what should you do? You should speak in a moderate rate of speed and pitch. Next thing, don't go back and correct yourself or repeat your response. It means that you're fumbling. What do you mean by fumbling? For example, while you're walking, you may slip or trip. If it happens like that, what would you do? Would you go back to the same position from where you slipped? No, right? You would continue, walking. The same way, while you're speaking, you shouldn't, go back and correct your mistake. You should continue speaking the same way, even though you make a mistake. Next thing is, don't mumble or swallow words. What will it lead to? It will lead to reduction in pronunciation marks, because if you are not opening your mouth and speaking clearly, it will start recognizing that your words are not pronounced correctly and pronunciation marks will be reduced. Next thing is, don't stress on words that you feel that are important. It is your perception that is the word, that this word is important or that word is important. Give equal importance to all of the words in the paragraph. There is no need to give importance to few words in the paragraph. Avoid doing this particular mistake, which people will not realize it at all. So you need to control doing this as well. Next thing is, avoid long pauses. What will happen if you give long pauses? More than 3 seconds, obviously the microphone will switch off. Long pauses will again lead into hesitations or unnatural pauses. Now, these are the don'ts for your read aloud. If I combine the do's and the don'ts together in one word, I would call it as oral fluency. Oral fluency is given a lot of importance, right? Even pronunciation is also a part of fluency, because if you cannot open your mouth correctly and speak, obviously your pronunciation is getting impacted. Directly, your fluency is also getting impacted. So to avoid all of this, make sure that you follow the do's and the don'ts accordingly. Now that you've understood all the basic details with the do's and the don'ts, it's time to implement them in a demo. Begin with, there is a paragraph in front of me. I will utilize this 40 seconds of preparation time and then speak that paragraph. Now, I will utilize this preparation time of 40 seconds starting now. Mountains formed by volcanic activity have a rich and dynamic history shaped by eruptions that have created vast landscapes over millions of years. Lava flows solidified into rock, building towering peaks and fertile valleys. These geological processes have not only sculpted the earth but also influenced ecosystems, climate, and human settlements, leaving a lasting impact. Mountains formed by volcanic activity have a rich and dynamic history. Mountains formed by volcanic activity. Mountains formed by volcanic activity have a rich and dynamic history shaped by eruptions that have created vast landscapes. Over millions of years, lava flows solidified into rocks, building towering peaks and fertile valleys. These geological processes have not only sculpted the earth but also have influenced the ecosystems, climate, and human settlements, leaving a lasting impact. If you would have listened carefully to my response, you would have observed the very first point of those, that is speaking clearly, naturally, and effortlessly. I have maintained all three aspects of it by speaking clearly, naturally, and effortlessly. On the other hand, you would have also observed that I would have added or omitted a couple of words. Now, by maintaining my fluency, even though I did this mistake, PTE will award me full marks because my fluency was good throughout my response. Now, let's look at another example or a demo starting with this paragraph. Here also, I will utilize the 40 seconds of preparation time and then read this paragraph. The preparation time is starting now. On July 20, 1969, humanity achieved a remarkable milestone as Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the lunar surface. This historic event captivated the world with an estimated 600 million people tuning to watch the live broadcast of the moon landing. 600 million people tuning to watch the live broadcast. On July 20, 1969, humanity achieved a remarkable milestone as Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz became the first humans to set foot on the lunar surface. This historic event captivated the world with an estimated 600 people tuning in to watch the live broadcast of moon landing. Now, if you would have keenly listened to my response, in this paragraph as well, I completely omitted this word, Aldrin, and then million as well. Now, even though I committed this mistake, did I go back and correct or even hesitate? No. If I had committed those mistakes, PTE would have thought that I have hesitated and impacted my fluency as well. These mistakes will impact your fluency. Now, comparing between these two paragraphs, okay, let me take my pitch and speed. If you would have keenly observed or listened, you would have seen that I spoke in a moderate pace by maintaining my pitch at a moderate level as well. So even though if you give me 5, 6 or 7 paragraphs, I will try to maintain the same level of speed, pitch and fluency throughout all my responses. This is what you need to do in your exam while performing read aloud questions. Alright folks, now that you've understood all the details of read aloud, we have come to the last part of the video to understand the golden rules. First and foremost, remember, you need to utilize the preparation time effectively. Remember, PTE is giving you 35 to 40 seconds of preparation time for each read aloud question. PTE is expecting an impeccable and a fluent response from you. So please utilize this preparation time very, very effectively. Second thing, you can possibly make up to 1 or 2 mistakes in your read aloud. As humans, we tend to commit mistakes. While committing a mistake, we panic, correct? So if you panic, what will happen? Your fluency will get impacted. If your fluency is impacted, your scores are negatively impacted too. So remember, even though you commit mistakes, please don't panic and impact your fluency. Why am I telling this? Reason being, fluency is your golden ticket to score maximum amount of marks in read aloud. Last but not the least, you are awarded marks for your reading module too. Reason being, it is an integrated task for speaking and reading. For people who are targeting for 79 plus, remember, you need to perform well in your read aloud questions too. So that is why these golden rules are very, very important. Score maximum amount of marks in your exam. Alright folks, if you have any queries or any doubts related to PTE, don't hesitate to contact us on the WhatsApp number mentioned below or on the email ID for paid assistance. On this note, I would request you to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications for more such engaging videos on PTE. Wishing you all the very best for your exams.